Good day, fourth graders. We are back to our third mock quiz of the term, and this time we are going to solve some multiplication problems. Now, let's start with this first one, number 10. 4 times 3 is what, class? 4 times 3 is... Well done, it is 12, so let's go ahead and put a 12 here. Now, what's the difference between problem number 11 and problem number 10? It seems there's still a 4 and still a 3, but the only thing now is that there's an extra 0 at the end. So our answer is still going to be 12, but we're going to add on that extra 0 to our answer to make our final answer 120. Let's apply the same strategy to number 12. Again, we see the 4 and the 3. 4 times 3 is 12, so we know we should write 12. However, this time, there are two zeros at the end of one of the factors. There are 2 zeros at the end of one of the numbers we're multiplying. So guess how many zeros we're going to add at the end of 12? You got it, class. 2. Let's go ahead and make sure we put our comma. How about 4 times 3,000? Let's continue the same pattern, class. 4 times 3 is still 12. However, we need to add 3 extra zeros at the end of 12 to make it 12,000. Okay. Now let's look at 5 times 5. Class, what is 5 times 5? 25. Very good. 25. And that's our answer. Now again, we see the 5 and we see the 5. So let's go ahead and write 25 again. But this time there's one extra 0, and it's on the beginning number this time. But that doesn't matter. As long as we see an extra 0, we add our extra zeros. How about the next one? We have again 5 times 5. Let's write our 25 first. And how many zeros should we add at the end? Well, there's 2 here. So we'll add 2 here. And let's not forget our comma. And how about this last problem? Again, class, all we need to know is 5 times 5 is 25. That's really all we really need to know before adding our 3 extra zeros. 1, 2, and 3 for an answer of 25,000. Let's go ahead and add our comma. Okay, let's move on to number 18, our multiplication problem. 415 times 3. Now, 415 can be split up into 400, 10, and 5. If we split the hundreds, the tens, and the ones, we will get 400, 10, and 5. And what are all those being multiplied by? They're being multiplied by 3. So we do 400 times 3, 10 times 3, and 5 times 3. And let's get our partial products. Oops, I wrote 5 times 5. I meant 5 times 3. There we go. All right, 400 times 3. We know how to do this now. We just do 4 times 3, which is 12. And then we see 2 zeros here, so we add 2 extra zeros. That's all there is to it. 10 times 3, we should know that. That is 30. And 5 times 3, we should also know that. That is 15. We add these numbers. Our ones column, 0 plus 0 plus 5 is 5. Our tens column, 0 plus 3 plus 1 is 4. Our hundreds column, 2 plus nothing is 2. Our thousands column, 1 plus nothing is 1. This is our answer. 1,245. How about the next one? Let's use the same strategy. We have 123. We can break it up into 100, 20, and 3, right? 100, 2 tens, and 3 ones. And what are we going to multiply all those numbers by? By 7. 100 times 7, 20 times 7, and 3 times 7. We'll get our partial products, and then we'll add them. Well, 100 times 7 we know is 700. 20 times 7 we may not know. 20 times 7 we may not know, but we do know 2 times 7. And 2 times 7 is 14. But since there's an extra 0 here, we add an extra 0 in our answer. So 20 times 7 is 140. 3 times 7 is 21. And we add these numbers now. 0 plus 0 plus 1 is 1. 0 plus 4 plus 2 is 6. And 7 plus 1 is 8. Our final answer is 861. And we made it. We made it to the last problem on our quiz. 29 times 7. Well, with the number 29, we can break it up into 20 and 9. We need a number for each digit in the number. And we're multiplying all those numbers by, yep, you guessed it, we're multiplying all of those numbers by 7. We know 20 times 7 from the previous problem is 140. And if you forgot that it was 140, you can tell because 2 times 7 is 14. And add a 0 here, so we add a 0 here. 9 times 7, this is a multiplication fact class. 9 times 7 is 63. And now we're going to add, let me make it a little bit darker, 63. And now we're going to add these numbers, and we get 0 plus 3 is 3. 4 plus 6 is 10. We write the 0 from 10 down below, carry the 1 from 10 in the next column. 203 is your answer. Thanks, class. This is our review for Quiz 3.